One of the worst business decisions any business owner, especially estheticians, can make is not following up with potential clients. It is literally one of the worst business decisions. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is the importance of the follow-up, how to follow up, and more importantly, the benefits of the follow-up. All right, if you don't know me, this is your boy Wick. Wick, shut up. Follow up. Lord have mercy. It's insane of how much pushback I get on this topic. I get so many comments like some of these. No, I focus my time on those that actually want my service, not just ask about my services. Nope, if they want it, they will book it. Yo, let me tell you, that is what I call stinking thinking. As a business owner, it is critical. It is critical. We look at, and I play this game called Follow the Leader. Who are the leaders in the space? For example, when you look at McDonald's, does McDonald's just put one ad? Everyone knows who the freak McDonald's are, but do you still see McDonald's all over the place? Do you still see Coca-Cola, with their ads and this and this and this, pushing their name out there? These are billion-dollar companies, global in every way. Everyone knows the name. However, they are constantly putting themselves in front of their clients because they understand that the minute they stop doing it, there are hungry wolves, their competitors that are right there behind them, ready to take that space. So follow-up is critical. Imagine, and I guess when I look at an example of this is, imagine you spending so much time to dig up soil. You're spending so much of your energy to plant a seed. And then you put the soil back on, you water it once, and you never go back to check up on it and saying, well, if it's going to grow, it's going to grow. It'll grow by itself. I don't have to babysit this thing. And that's how your business is. Your business is literally farmland that you're tilling, that you are planting seeds, then revisiting, making sure it's being watered, the sun's hitting it right, you're taking out the weeds, etc., etc. That's what follow-up is. And a statistic that I live by this statistic: 80% of sales take place between the 5th and 12th follow-up attempt. But unfortunately, when I look at the aesthetics world and I see the comments right here, I'm bad at follow-up. I know I should be following up. What happens is, when you don't follow up, either one, the client doesn't remember, they forget, or they go and they try something else. You put in the time, the energy, the effort to get in front of your client, your potential client. And from that point on, it's to nurture them. It's to help them answer questions. A lot of people, I think a lot of estheticians think, well, if they ask and they're not ready to book, then they'll book when they're ready. Well, that's not the case. A lot of the times, maybe they have a question that wasn't answered. Are you with me? They had a question, and a lot of people, you might think in your mind, well, they should ask me the question. Yeah, but people are weird, right? People are weird. I am weird. Many a times I want to say something I don't, because I just don't want to, it's awkward for me, or whatever the reason may be. So a lot of the time people don't book because, one, they're not sure. Two, they're afraid of making a bad decision. Three, they've tried so many other things that fail them. Maybe yours, they're not sure on yours as well, etc., etc. Right? And that's the bad part. But the thing is this: if you're not following up with your clients, you're doing yourself and the client a huge disservice. Literally, I truly believe this. Look at whatever your sales are, right? Look at whatever your sales are. So let's just say the average esthetician is doing 30, let's just say 30,000 a year. I don't know. That's a good number. Why not, right? 30,000. They're doing 30,000 a year. That 30,000 is about 10% of your potential if you're not properly, effectively following up with all the potential clients. People that were booking with you before are no longer booking. People that DM'd you for questions and then just didn't book, et cetera, et cetera. So that ends up being 10%. You're missing somewhere between 80 to 90% of your sales by just not following up. And it's insane, but that's what it takes, because to follow up, it's not just, hey, were you still interested? So, and again, so let's go. What's the right way to follow up? What do you recommend? What is the proper way? One is a couple of things. One, I created, like, for example, this group, right? I created this group. I recommend every single esthetician out there create their own private group where they invite all these people. So all of these potential clients you have and current clients, you invite them in a group that you're active with, that you're constantly sharing your tips, your tricks, your ideas. So that way, one, this is a method of your follow-up, because you're going to be answering questions. Somebody else is going to have a question. That is the power of a group. That is the power of this group that has truly helped me just dramatically rise in this industry so quickly, is because of my involvement with the group, sharing, getting different perspectives and ideas, putting them together and creating best practices. So I recommend that too. A lot of other ways folks do it is emails, right? They send them emails. They put them on an email list where you send out productive emails, right? 3, you follow up with that person again directly, right? Whether it's a DM or you call them and just say, hey, I wanted to make sure I answer right question. Not like, hey, you know, I'm ready to book. It's more like, you know, this person was interested. First of all, here, let me take it a step back. How many people, let's just say women, because I feel that's a majority of the client base, how many women do you think wish they had better skin? Better, more beautiful, younger, youthful, you know, tight, bright, whatever it is, right? They wish they had less acne, less pigmentation, less rosacea, less fine lines and wrinkles. What percentage of women do you believe wish they had better skin? I would venture to say like 99.9%, right? And because if they had pristine skin, a lot of women wouldn't be wearing makeup, they wouldn't be doing this or whatever. But that's my answer. I believe it's almost 100%. And that includes dudes too. You know, they may not care as much, but they still care to a level. Women, I think, a little bit more, because the most beautiful woman on the cover of Vogue magazine is still trying to figure out how to make her skin better. So you are in an industry that is in high demand, where the percentage of people will and do want better skin, right? Are you with me? So they didn't book with you for a reason. And sometimes it's just to find out what that reason is. Go, hey, you know, I go, hey, you know, when you asked, you said you're dealing with acne and this and like that, but you didn't end up booking, you know, what's going on? You know, tell me why, you know, and it's always going to be a couple of things. One, they don't know you, they don't trust you. 2, it's the money. Right. And I think that's about it. Or it's mainly about trust and money. I think those are the big 2 buckets I would put this stuff in, and to find out how it is and then seeing how you can help them. Because if they feel they can't afford you, and then you realize, well, they actually could, they don't have to get the whole treatments and this and that. They can just start by buying a cleanser from you and a toner, right? And some moisturizer, what have you, to start on this. And they didn't know that these were options. A lot of times it's just a lack of information, right? So it's following up with them, that asking them, say, hey, you know, is there any questions I can answer for you, or things of that sort? It's sending them something. Go, hey, I just created this booklet on, I don't know, the 11 most common things in your house that's actually destroying your skin barrier. Right. And I wanted to share that with you. And you give them this. So you give them information. It's not about, hi, you know, can I sell you some stuff? Can I sell you a service? Blah, 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 blah. Right. It's like, you know, you don't want to appear selfish in that way. You want to, it's about helping that client. Right. So we look at that, and you want to do this almost instantly. Time is a killer. I always tell people constantly that money loves speed. The more you follow up, the quicker you follow up, you give them information, you follow up with this, you invite them in your group, you send them an email. These are just very easy touch points, right? Let's just say you're building up your database of clients, potential clients, all these people. Let's say you do an open house or something of that sort. You invite them to your open house. You invite them to a free consult. You go, hey, you invite them in with a new skincare line that you're carrying. Go, hey, we just got a new skincare line. I had some samples. I would love to share, give a couple for you for free. When you come by and pick them up? I don't know, right? But it's giving, because at some point, this person is going to have an important event that's going to come up. They have a friend's wedding, or they have this, and they go, shit, I have this event coming up. I should get a facial. I should get this. I should get my lashes done. I should get my brows done, or I need to get some waxing, what have you. You don't know when that time is going to hit, when your service is going to be in demand. So the best thing you can do is always be in their face, constantly in their face, in their email. Send them a DM, show them that you care. If you did speak with them, and that's why I truly believe I always say, if cash is king, consult is queen. I got like that. Things are sitting in there. So consult is queen. You know, when you do a consult on somebody, and I recommend doing free consults, so you just get used to people coming in, seeing what's going on, because only then can you really know what's bugging them, right? What's going on? What have they tried? What have they not tried? How long have they been struggling with rosacea? You know, how soon do they want to get it? Or do they want it fixed in the short term? Do they want a short-term fix or a long-term fix, etc., right? Because those are the things when you follow up with them, and you know, okay, this person was struggling with rosacea and this and that. So you can create an email blast just for rosacea. You can create an email blast just for acne, or just for this. And it's not hard to do. It just takes literally, I'll start posting more. I'm sorry, I suck because I'm slammed. I don't know, what else can I tell you? Busy, right? But it's just putting that stuff together to do that follow-up that is going to literally keep you in front of your clients, so you will be that person they think of when that service comes up, and they aren't going to just immediately go to a Groupon. Because if you're not in front of them, guess what Groupon is? If you're not in front of them, guess what Proactive is? If you're not in front of them, guess who EWC is, etc., etc. They're the ones that are doing this and have the systems in place to make sure that they're constantly in your client's inbox, in front of their faces with the ads, in front of this, in front of that. And it's kind of hard to beat a billion-dollar company that has hundreds of millions that they can spend on ad space. But what you have is the flexibility. You have the personal relationship. That is your superpower. That is your differentiator. You are able to get personal with your clients and touch them on a one-to-one basis. You can call them, you can DM them, you can follow up with them in that aspect. You can send them a funny meme. I send memes all the freaking time that to me are just hilarious. Right? Say, hey, I saw this and I thought of you, ha, 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 right? Whatever it may be, right? So don't be worried about the rejection, right? It's not about, hey, do you want a service? Because that's a yes or no answer. And they can say, no, we're not interested. It's like, oh, you know, it's like, they're not interested yet, but the time will come when it's going to be higher on their profile. They might look in the mirror, a big zit might pop up. And they're like, oh shit, I got a pimple. And I would love it if I was an esthetician and one of my clients had a pimple pop up and they have an important event in a week, and they message me, hey, yo, I got this pimple that just popped up, this happening, what can I do? And like, oh my God, sounds like an emergency. Come on in, let's see what's going on. Right, whatever. Right, you got to stay committed to it. You got to be persistent with it. Remember, it takes 5 to 12 follow-up attempts. And some of y'all are like, man, that sounds like work. Yeah, of course it's work. It's not hard work. It's not lifting bricks. It's not being a roofer in July in Arizona, right? It's sending a DM. It's messaging. It's sending an email. It's sending him a reminder card in the mail, right? It's like how much time did that take? So, but I am working on ways to automate that and all that good stuff just to help you out, right? It's just, I'm just slow as F on doing that because I'm trying not to do too much, and that's not working for me. But anyways, follow up. It hurts my heart to see, but to see folks with like 500, 800, 1,000, 2,000 people in your customer database, but you're only seeing 50 of them or 80 of them, right? Those other people are there, and there are more people that you should be constantly adding to that database. But again, it's like, you got to do something with them. You got to be in their ear constantly, in the front of their face constantly. And it is a level of work, but that's what happens, right? You put in the work, you get the success. I didn't make the rules, right? So remember, follow up. The importance of follow up. If you are not following up, you are probably only at about 10% of where you could be in your business if you're not following up. Second thing, easy to follow up. Emails, DMs, invite them to events, send them small stuff, send them a thank you card, send them a thinking of you, whatever, just to constantly be in their face, right? And then more importantly, don't make it selfish. Hey, I'm just checking in. Hey, I'm checking in. Create a relationship with them and say, hey, I'm here to help. Did you have any questions? Just thought of you. Right? Do your homework, right? Send them things that are local in your town. One of the things I'm starting to appreciate more are calendars in my local community of events that are coming up. For example, we just finished Halloween or whatever, and I'm always looking for, where's the pumpkin patches? Where's this? Where's that? What's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. So it's an easy way to kind of follow up with that and send them this information. Again, it's just valuable. It's just you creating a relationship. And do that. I will probably create something on follow-ups just to help out as much as I can. Be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, follow up. Think of ways. Comment below. What are some ways that you followed up that worked well for you? Comment, because not only are you helping me, but you're helping everybody else in the group find ways on following up that have worked well for you and have generated business. Cool. Peace out, Bezos, and be amazing, because being amazing, it pays oh so well with the follow-up.